You're watching the Wrestling Nerd broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, Ryan, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's NRD. It's you, it's me, it's NRD. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is TNR, and back from CD. Welcome to episode 110 of the Wrestling Nerd broadcast. And fellas, I gotta say, it is weird to be back on land recording this show. I must say,
I wish you had told us you were going on the cruise.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, it was a personal invite of Chris Jericho himself.
You made Nick speechless.
I did.
Oh, I know.
You know, it's like he went back in time or something. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, and a lot of you probably already have, go back and watch episode 109 of one of our highest rated episodes, at least one of the most viewed in such a short time video of the cruise vlog. It was so much fun, met so many cool people there. Did a lot of networking on that cruise. Margaret did a lot of hugging on that cruise. Don't tell her husband. But yeah, if you're going on the cruise, enjoy. It is one of the most fun experience I've ever had. I will compare it to WrestleMania weekend on a boat. There's just so much going on at all times. You don't have time to sit and relax and soak in the sun. You're constantly going somewhere and doing something on that boat. So it was a blast, I must say. But so I was very happy to come home to the news of the fact that not only did I get that micro brawler of the Chris Jericho micro brawler that is cruise exclusive next time broken to me on the cruise ship, as you can see in the vlog. We also found out that I believe as of right now, and it'll still be up when this episode goes to air, Bobby the Brain Heenan, brand new micro brawler coming out. I'm so excited.
Out of left field. That one came out of nowhere.
I'm so excited. It's got a chase, so I'm ordering two. Ryan, are you ordering double digits?
I meant to order on Friday. It was payday. Thanks for the reminder. I need to order a couple.
Okay.
30, 40.
I ordered one, so fingers crossed. I still haven't got a chase ever in my life.
Really? Well, that's because you don't get the crate.
But a lot of people don't get the crates now, supposedly.
That's true.
That's another conversation.
Oh, this must be wow. So yeah, it's a 2-week pre-order. So yeah, by the time this airs, you'll have 1 week left to get it. Bobby the Brain Heenan ends on March 31st at 1 p.m. Miami time. 100 random orders will receive a chase variant, and man, this thing looks sweet.
Yeah, really cool.
Has the watch on the hand. It's pointing at its head. The hair. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. I would assume the chase is probably like all black with like a white lapel and a white tie, maybe. Just my
I saw a
guess.
picture of him with Andre like that. Yeah, I'm hoping that. I hope his name on the back. That would be.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too. But you know what? Margaret pointed out to me, Mr. Perfect did the name on the back. Did Bobby do that too? The name on the back?
I've seen a picture. I don't know. Maybe not.
Didn't Chalkline sell a jacket with his name on the back?
Probably.
Chalkline's they do a pretty accurate job.
Yeah.
I think Bobby the Brain Heenan was one of the never thought of ideas for a brawler. I don't think I've ever seen someone pitch that.
Whoa. Okay. I will talk more about this when we review the chamber, because I have some breaking news here. I was gonna get that for you. I'm just saying. So, but okay. But yeah, so Bobby the Brain Heenan brawler coming out. Very excited for that. Something else that we were very excited about was this past weekend in the Elimination Chamber. And I'll say this, for the most part, was sold off of one match, and it was very similar to Money in the Bank 2011 when you had John Cena versus CM Punk. Just the atmosphere of it all. And I'll say this, top to bottom, not a bad card. You know, the women's chamber got a little clustered for me. The men's chamber, that may have been one of the best chamber matches of all time. And then the main event just made you feel feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start at the beginning when they started with the women's chamber match. Asuka, of course, winning. She last eliminating Carmella. I think it's the right call for Asuka to win. My only thing is this: I think Rhea Ripley should have gone after Bianca Belair, because then you have a storytelling. I won the Royal Rumble. I'm coming after your title. Whereas she won the Royal Rumble and is going after her to reverse a win. Where, against Charlotte, she's telling two stories there. Whereas you could have just had Rhea wins the Rumble, faces Bianca, and then Asuka wins the Chamber and goes after Charlotte to get her win back from Mania 34. That's a minor detail there. I'm excited for both matches, but that's just my thought. Tom, you look like you had something to say.
I enjoyed the women's chamber match. Sad that it opened the show. I don't like that they do that with the women's matches so often. But I get it. It's not, and again, like, it sucks to say it, but it's never as high quality as the men's chamber match, whatever. Who was in it? It was Liv, Natalia, Asuka, Carmella,
Raquel Rodriguez, and Nikki Cross.
Raquel Rodriguez and Nikki Cross. I had some friends over, and I will correct what I said last time I had friends over. It was some friends who don't watch wrestling and one friend who does. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hey, Jeremiah.
And we all just determined that Nikki Cross is just bonkers. Yep. Like, her cardio game is so strong, and you don't know what you're going to get. So
she proved that at the Rumble when she ran that entire aisleway.
Yeah. I think Nikki Cross is a very underrated wrestler, and I think keeping her as like a mid-card women's like force makes sense. I was worried during the women's chamber that Carmella was going to win for a minute.
So did I.
I was very concerned because going into that, I'm like, this is easy. Asuka wins. Asuka repackaged herself. The entrance is phenomenal.
Yeah. That when the camera like zooms in, like she's running up, it's like, whoa.
Asuka's got it going on. I'm excited to see where she goes. I think overall the women's chamber match got a lot of hate from what I read online. I thought it was very entertaining.
It was good. My only problem with when they go through the pods, I forget who, I think it was Raquel Rodriguez put Nikki Cross through the pod. Like, I remember when they first advertised the chamber match, it was like this bulletproof glass. And then like, no, man, you got to rig these things with sugar glass. So if somebody goes into it, they're going, like, it just looks like an explosion. I don't need like a freaking, a big like fake thing of plastic that wobbles around. You know that sound I'm like, I don't need that. Yeah, like it's like I need something that breaks away better, and just have people smart enough to be like, hey, listen, don't tap on the glass, don't do this in your chamber or on the sides. That's my biggest ploy of it all. Like, I understand the safety of things, like we had mentioned, like there's no longer the grates on the side, there's the mats now, which I don't mind them all for people's safety, because literally, and we'll talk about it during the men's match, but like when Gargano did like the Hurricane Rana off the top of the pod, he could have very well died, if there's a grate there. So, but I thought the women's match was fun. I thought it was the right person won. And
running back into the pod and closing the door was brilliant.
Yes.
And I was so frustrated that the men did it too.
Yeah. So
but
do you want some glass like Kurt Angle threw Shane McMahon through? Like, we want that sort of glass?
No, like glass. no, glass that's supposed to break. Just know which one break. Like, put a little piece of tape on it. And be like, yeah, this is it. Like, write a big X on it or something.
Let us know ahead of time. It's fine.
Yes. Like, I don't need a freaking laminated sheet on there. Oh my God, they put them through the. I'm like, it's the most wobbly thing in the world. Like, my shower door downstairs is more sturdy than that pod. So, but, so then that was fun. What's that?
Oh, sorry, real quick. I think, does Raquel Rodriguez, does she have a palm tree tattoo? I wasn't looking that close, but I
on
saw
like her rib cage, I think she's got something.
Yeah.
And I would also like to just touch on the fact that she is so bland, generic babyface. Like, I even hate her entrance, Tron. It's just her, like, I'm like, this is so copy and paste boring. She was so cool, so badass in NXT. Like, just let her be cool and badass. It's like, like, she was like, she has the nickname of Big Mommy Cool because she like had that like Diesel presence And it really was on NXT. And she was like, it was just organically becoming that same thing. And it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I love Raquel Rodriguez, and I know that she's capable of more. So it's just frustrating.
That girl is strong.
What's that?
That girl is strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there's no
So
doubt in that.
I'm not an NXT guy, and so like I don't really know anything of her. I'll tell you, man, every time she does something, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Like,
they got to figure it out.
New Tamina of just like very strong woman.
Maybe sorry.
No.
Well, so, speaking of strong, the sharpshooter used to be a strong move. I don't like that what's her name didn't tap. You had to get Asuka in there doing something else. I don't like that. Sorry.
I agree with you. I think
in Canada, come on, like tap.
I think the sharpshooter got dumbed down a little bit lately, huh?
Well, it's because Natty's doing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't like Natty.
I don't. She's a good hand. And I know that's a backhanded compliment to a lot of people, but it is true. You know, she's got, she's a beautiful woman. She's a good humanitarian for cats, but other than that,
I say get her on a backstage training role. Like, I think she could train the women, and that women's division would excel through her training. She's very good. She's just dull.
I'm not sure if I forget what the woman's name was, but like Sarah Mata or something like that. She was like one of the head female trainers down at NXT, but I feel like she was like one of those big
Sarah Del Rey.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. But like I feel like she was like one of the head trainers and like maybe got released. I could be wrong in that, but like I feel like Natty would be a perfect fit to coach in NXT. But speaking of people who should not be coaching in a match I was highly let down by, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley was a thing that happened in Elimination Chamber. And I just wanted to see these two like just start using everything in the world as a weapon. And it was a boring Brock Lesnar match. I will be straightforward with everyone. I don't understand why Brock Lesnar is as popular as he is. I'm not entertained by him. I've never watched a match by Brock. Wow, that was crazy. No, you know why the Goldberg match at Survivor was crazy? Because it lasted 1:30. You know why the match against The Undertaker was crazy? Because he pinned The Undertaker. It's not because the match was good, it's because the result was just so quick. Dick kicking Lashley in the back while you're in a full Nelson is not entertaining to me. And then he beats up a ref and puts Lashley through an announce table, which got a holy shit chant for whatever reason. But you know what? Shout out to you Canadians. You get free healthcare, so you're doing something right. No, but so Brock Lesnar dick kicking Lashley was just annoying. We talked about the ref bumps. I'm not entertained by it. Now I know apparently I didn't watch SmackDown, but apparently Bray Wyatt said something along the lines of like Lashley, Lesnar, whoever's left standing, I want next. So the best joke that I saw was by Ross Twiddell on Cultaholic. Goes like, yeah, Brock Lesnar heard that and said, nope, I'm not facing Bray. Boom. And he's like, well, that's one way to get out of this match. So yeah,
I just feel like I don't think Bobby Lashley's entertaining to me either. I agree with that as well. I think both of them put on what we expected as a match, and it was an utter disappointment because that's what we expected.
Yep. I'll say this. I will give Lashley a more credit, though, because, like, I feel like Lashley is a better Lashley can move around, and he can give you a better – if you told the both of those guys, okay, you have to go wrestle a 10-minute match, pick anyone you want, Lashley's going to have the better match for 10 minutes than Lesnar would for 10.
Absolutely.
Because Lesnar would do a move and then another move. And I'll say this, the F5 is not an intimidating move. It's not. It's the attitude adjustment with just a spin. That's all it is.
Brawl for it all at WrestleMania. Lesnar versus Lashley.
That I would pay for.
Okay, yes. Put him in the Lion's Den. Get who's the guy with the mustache, the NWA champion? Who was in the bar? Yes, Dan Severn. There we go. Get him to ref it.
Still alive?
Is he still alive? I don't know.
Sure. They could get Ken Shamrock, maybe.
There you go. Get Ken Shamrock. We'll settle for his brother. He's got another brother too. Or
Shamrock.
Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle refereed the fight between Thatcher and Riddle down in NXT. So
Dan Severn's still alive.
Okay, perfect. Phew, that could have been really awkward.
Shout out Dan Severn.
Shout out Dan Severn. Come on the pod. Let's talk mustaches. But then also we had the following match. We had the Grit couple versus Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. Fun match. Wrong team won, I must say. I thought Beth Phoenix was in there to take the pin and against Rhea. So this way Rhea looks strong going into WrestleMania. And then this way Edge can still say, like, oh, well, me and Finn weren't in this. We need to settle this at WrestleMania. And they can go do that. I don't know why Beth and Edge had to get this win, but
I didn't watch this match, but wasn't there like a really bad ref botch?
There was some sort of botch. I sneezed.
Yeah, like so, it was three, obviously three, and he stopped like counting basically because like
Beth
they didn't
was supposed
kick
to
out
come in and break the pin, and she was late, and the ref was like 1, 2, and he said he like missed the 3, and then like a good 2 seconds later is when Beth kind of jumps on the pin.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I just seen people on Twitter that were going, "Oh, if this was Aubrey Edwards, she would da da da."
If it was Aubrey Edwards,
she'd be wearing board shorts in the ring. That match was fine. It was what you'd expect. Finn looked great. I mean, I can't believe it. I'm not an Edge guy, and I know that's like wildly controversial. Should have stayed retired. I don't think he needed to come back. I get it, but. It was entertaining. I hate Beth Phoenix's hair.
She's gritty.
It drives me wild. I hate when they do it to Becky Lynch too. Just the teased hair. It's not 1986. We're not going to the Culture Club, and just like look like a regular person. I don't know, man. It's
pay-per-view, man. You gotta go big. You gotta go do the big hair for the big pay-per-view.
She's the Glamazon.
I know she could be more glam and less Zon.
Speaking of less Zon,
Tom, if Edge didn't come back, we wouldn't have the best match in the world, though, right?
The greatest wrestling match ever.
Greatest match in the world, or whatever it was called, right?
They advertised Randy Orton versus Edge in front of nobody as the greatest match ever. But that match gave us fake crowd noise in the Thunderdome.
Yeah,
this match deserves fake noise. They put that in there. They had, I think Charles Robinson did the refereeing, and he did it like with the bow tie, whatnot. They had the microphone come down in the performance center too.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, way to go! Sad times, Ryan. Way to go.
Yeah. Remember.
Don't sign his petition, anyone. Don't sign Ryan's petition. Whatever you do.
So then we had.
Then we had the men's elimination match, and arguably one of the greatest chamber matches of all time. I think the chamber works best when you can legitimately have a reason to make anybody in there champion, and it could be legit. This is the problem I have with the elimination chamber being between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. If it's a number one contendership match, all signs pointed to Asuka. I know there's the rumor of Theory being against John Cena at WrestleMania. Then you're going to do Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. But legitimately, you could have taken the belt off Austin Theory who's facing John Cena because maybe he doesn't need that. You could have put that belt on Bronson Reed, who I'm a big fan of. I know somebody in our Patreon chat said they don't like. Was it you, Tom?
No.
Oh, somebody said they didn't like Bronson Reed, but I love him. You could put it on Damian Priest. You could have put that on Damian Priest to give him a WrestleMania moment because it looks like all three other members of the Judgment Day are going to have a match. But yeah, I think this.
There was one right decision.
What's that?
There was one right decision for that match.
Montez Ford.
It was Montez Ford. That dude
is going to be a star. Like if there was anybody questioning, whew.
I'm curious. Is Dawkins is he out? Is he done? Is he hurt?
I think he hurt.
I told you all what happened already.
What's it?
He injured his soup stirring arm, and it's on the shelf. Too much stirring.
I never really liked the Street Profits. They're fine. Like they're a great team.
Yep.
It was really nice to see Montez Ford shine on his own.
Yep.
And I've known he's very talented, but like I can't remember the last time I went into a match like that where I'm like, this could really go any direction right now. Johnny Gargano could use a good push. Bronson Reed could use a push. Montez Ford could really benefit from this. Austin Theory winning, losing doesn't really matter to me. I was really rooting for Montez Ford.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think, and I know there's like the discussion, like, oh, they're going to break up the Street Profits. Like,
Fine.
you don't, like, just don't have them go their separate ways mutually. You know, I don't think, because I mean, that's their traditional tag team. Like, okay, who's the Sean, who's the Marty in this group, you know? But like, you don't have to have Montez Ford super kick Angelo Dawkins or Angelo Dawkins slap Montez with his soup spoon, you know.
Ladle.
There you go, ladle upside that. You know, you can have them. You can even just have them competing and still being best friends, you know, and teaming from time to time. Like I said, like it was 6 good workers. I don't know. Is it the 6 best? No, but it's 6 great guys. And like I said, like my problem with the Chamber is that it always like it's too easy to tell who's going to win most of the time because you know how they'll most likely go through with Mania.
Yeah.
My thing is this that I don't like about how this match, like, we're going to have qualifying matches to see who gets in there. I like the early Chamber matches. It was like just 6 roads coming to a head perfectly. You know, they were all somehow intertwined on that title. And it worked well. Like, nobody, like, they're not having qualifying match. Like, I don't want that. Have the story overlap of 6 guys and do that, or 6 girls, whatever you need it to be.
But
That's
what about that Poison Rana that Bronson Reed took?
Oh my, just
I thought he died.
I thought Johnny Gargano was going to die at one point.
Yeah.
There was 2 times because he did like a Hurricane Rana in the ring to somebody. I think it was to Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Was that the Poison Rana? I can't remember. But
Because
like
he went backwards. So yeah.
Yes, he went backwards. And like if Bronson or whoever he's got like doesn't flip backwards like just a second, he's dead in the ring. And then like there's got to be a meme of it somewhere of Rollins and Gargano sitting on top of the pod, just like talking about life. Like, man, want to try and kill each other?
You doing cloth diapers or disposable diapers?
My kid won't sleep. What's your cure? Do one of these. Boom. And then it's just crazy because Seth has Johnny up for the powerbomb. Seth can't see. Johnny can't see, and they're just like, I hope I can feel good in these boots. Think I'm at the edge. Bye. Whoop. And just that's why they have padding down there, everyone.
That was done so well.
It was even it was.
Damian
and even when
could have been a little better on the catch on Gargano.
Yes.
Because he kind of missed him almost completely.
Yep.
Seth was very well protected.
Yep, he was. The other, I mean, and it's one of those like just stop staring at the people that are waiting to catch him. But when Montez Ford climbs up to the top of the cage, just like does a fucking front drop. He was the human claw game, just coming down for all the prizes.
So good.
Oh, I'll say this: I'm just upset that we didn't get a frog splash or a tsunami from the top of the pod. That's the one thing I was hoping to see. I was hoping to see
frog splashes were low too.
They were. You know why? Because I felt
low to us, but like.
Oh, you know what I bet? I bet you he felt because of a ceiling there, like don't want to be able to like put my hands up and like see if I can slap it like it's an exit sign.
Like, I used to go see indie wrestling when I was a kid, and the ceiling would be so low that like anytime they would do like the top rope move, it would be like punch down. Like,
well, it's like that NXT show that Finn was on, and like he went to do the coup de grace and hit the ceiling tile with his head.
Yeah,
I went to the indie show. Margaret and I went to it in elementary school a few weeks back. They did like a fucking superplex, and the guy's boots scraped the ceiling. I'm like, yikes! So, but no, it was a fun match. I'm not mad with Fury winning. And I knew right away, like everyone's like, "Oh my God, is Montez Ford hurt?" I was like, "No, they gotta leave the cage door open so Logan Paul can get in here." I called that right away, and then everyone hated me in the Patreon chat. Like, damn it, Dave, did you book this shit? I'm like, no, I just read the room. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely getting.
Really, that was so good.
I hate Logan Paul as a human being, but as a wrestler, I fucking hate that he's good. I really do. He's really good. It's not fair.
I'm excited for that match.
Yeah, it'll be good. It definitely will be because I'm like, okay, if him and Ricochet can pull off that collision spot in the Rumble, imagine what Seth and Logan can do planning out a match. Because I'm like, who did Logan and the Miz face at WrestleMania last year? It was Dominic, Mysterio, and Ray, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it was Ray and Dominic, and then he fought the Miz at SummerSlam, and then he fought Roman Reigns. Rollins is his best in-ring opponent yet.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I hate to say it. That match will be sponsored by Prime Energy Drink, whatever the fuck it is.
Before
Did anybody see, before we go, did anybody see, speaking of the Miz, him hit the half court shot?
That did not count.
Didn't count.
As soon as he let that go, I said no.
It's an all-star expedition game. Let it count.
Incredible shot, but no good. You got to get it off before the buzzer, my man. Okay? The G Leaguer from the 76ers winning the dunk contest, though. Beauty thing.
Only championship Philly will ever get.
Oh, my goodness. R.I.P. to those Eagles.
Year,
oh, yeah. And shout out to everyone who, real side note, shout out to everyone who enjoyed the Super Brawler 2023. Tatanka taking it home with the Chiefs. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. So I guess Lemonhead.
George would like to say he made sure that shout out to the celebration of George halftime show with all the mini Georges dancing. It was very, very great way to celebrate the crown. He's made sure he wrote on the sheet of paper here that made sure that I said that.
Listen. Tom won the Rumble. I have my guaranteed rematch. Somebody's taking that crown off of him at WrestleMania. I don't care if it's me or Tom. One of us is taking that crown off.
I care. It's me.
It's buddy. I'll let you see about that.
Buddy, sorry. It's been 2 years and I've not gotten a shot at the crown.
That's fine.
I did 3 push-ups this month already.
Wow, this month, and it's a short month, so got to get that quota in. But speaking of push-ups and things to push back against, Sami Zayn pushing back against Roman Reigns led to one of the most emotional nights of our lives. So emotional. I'm just gonna knock on the other side of the room, see if she just wants to come yell. You want to come yell about Roman Reigns? She said no. But this, so we have breaking news. Danielle has bought the Sami's. I can't show this is just too much coupon codes here, but she bought the Sami Zayn shirt, like the honorary, like Sami Uso, but it's duct taped out. She got the Sami Zayn shirt. Like that's how much this has meant to people. That Danielle now owns a Sami Uso shirt.
Does she even own our shirt?
What's that?
Does she even own our shirt?
She does. She bought it during the 4th of July sale weekend. So
okay, just
like that.
Yeah.
So she supports the broadcast. But yeah, no, that match was very emotional. Tom, I believe I was in agreement with you that the ending seemed a little lackluster. I know a lot of people disagreed with that. But just the fact that they came out and just stood there for 5 minutes, didn't touch. It was almost Hogan Rock-esque, I must say. Like, it's the closest we've come to the 2011 Money in the Bank between CM Punk and John Cena. Like, you tuned in for that one match because you thought there was a chance it could go either way. There was a lot of times there where, like, Roman kicked out at 2.999 Infinity. And I was like, oh. And I would also like to say, and I'm assuming it's when Sami did, like, the dive through the turnbuckle and got, like, uppercutted, that he, like, must have cut himself. He must have like dragged on the turbo because he just had a gash on his chest. Yeah. And I'm just like, I cut myself on my arm earlier, like trying to drag my TV stand around. And I'm like, oh man, I'm done for the day. Can't even fold laundry no more. But he kept wrestling. I'm like, whew, looked like a shank. But it was a fun match. What anybody else think? Don't be afraid to talk all.
It was good. I mean, the whole thing reminds me a lot, like I was saying last night to Linda, it's like Sami Zayn is like Daniel Bryan. I don't remember what year it is. The year that Daniel Bryan, like the summer of Daniel Bryan, where basically it was like
2013.
It was Randy Orton versus Batista in the main event, and basically Daniel Bryan, like the fans forced Daniel Bryan into this match to make it. Yeah. I feel very similar about what's going on with this year's WrestleMania. Like maybe this was not at all the plan in any way, shape, or form, but it seems like they're embracing it, and I would not be surprised if Sami Zayn won the belt at WrestleMania.
I have a theory. Now, I'm very happy with how nobody has turned on Cody yet. We'll see how things. Well, by the time this airs, Raw will have already aired. So I'm excited to see how things aired on Raw last night. Because you could have Cody come out and be like, no, we want Sammy. Now, my thought is this. So it leans towards Sammy and KO versus the Usos somehow. And JB like, oh, you hit me at the Rumble, like, oh, it was clean accident, whatever. But you could also have Cody pull the thing like, yes, you're right. I do have a title shot. You have 2 titles on your shoulders. I want the WWE title. Give him that chance at the Universal title. Because I think, and I'll say this, I just have a sneaking suspicion you split the belts because Roman is at 902 days as of Elimination Chamber as Universal Champion. And I think they want to get him to 1,000. That means he has to retain through Mania. So if you split the belts, you have Cody win the WWE title at Mania. You can even have Sammy one more time for the Universal title. Or you could reverse that, have Sammy win the WWE title, Cody lose the Universal title, and then have Cody beat Roman at Mania for the Universal title. Or at SummerSlam, excuse me. Have him win the Money in the Bank. So I think that was the original plan. He was supposed to win Money in the Bank. But the ending just seemed like it was the same thing as the Rumble, but like I needed something. There was no storyline development in anything. Like Jay just showed up again and is still conflicted. Okay, water's wet. I needed something else. Oh,
You triggered me.
I triggered her. Do you want? Okay, so we have something. Do you want to come on camera?
The same.
Can I cover my ears?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Same thing.
Hold on. Please say what you have to say.
It was the exact same thing.
It was the exact same thing as the Royal Rumble.
Next time, Steve will be the ref. That's what I have to say.
Steve Persigliotti to referee at WrestleMania. You heard it here first, everyone.
Won't fall asleep. That's what I have to say.
That's what she has to say, everyone. It's the same ending as last time. Shout out to Danielle. So,
my wife was happy that Roman won. She's a big Roman fan. And this has brought me back to wrestling. Usually we talk wrestling and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I watched the Rumble and the storyline. Yeah, Rumble. And then last night she got up to gloat, with all the false finishes. She got up and Roman didn't. He won in the end. But I believed that Sammy could win. So that's good. That's telling. That's saying something. And I got slightly emotional at the beginning, just the true story of it all.
Yep.
Like what Sammy's career and where he's been and what that moment must feel like. Give me a little. I don't know. There's onions nearby somewhere.
I will say this. Obviously, Raw happened last night. We're recording this before it. I don't think they're going to split the belts. I think it will be Cody versus Roman, and I think he wins it. And I think they will introduce. And I think Cody will be like, no more of this carrying 2 titles around, and they will eventually hold a tournament of some sorts to crown a new champion. I think there'll be something along the line of like, Jay, like I stuck up for you and you hit me, and it's like, no, you idiot, just like something along the lines. And Jay winds up walking out on Jimmy at Mania. KO and Sammy win the belts. Like there's dissension amongst the Usos. Jay just leaves Jimmy at the aisle at Mania. That's I don't see them splitting the belts. I think if you were going to split them, there was no point in giving Sammy that match in Montreal.
Yeah.
So,
may I go?
Yes, of course. Go home.
Roman Reigns is very boring. Roman Reigns is so boring. He does so much nothing during the match. I can't take it. I want action, and I know I love a spot fest. I fully admit that, but I want action, and I think Roman has like very minimal moves that he does. He's very talented. I'll say it. I admit it. He's very talented. He knows how to work a crowd. It's wonderful. I just want more because I'm so tired of the same bit with him. Sami Zayn should have never been this popular. That was not the plan. This was never, I can't imagine this being planned or scripted from the get-go that Sami Zayn joins the Bloodline as a little apprentice and becomes the biggest member of the Bloodline. I can't imagine they wrote that. So I think they are going with what the crowd is saying they want. And it's smart and it made sense. I'm fine that Sammy lost last night.
Mm.
Was that last night? Yeah. I'm fine with it. Would I have loved Sammy to won? Yes. Would I have cried? Probably. Keeps coming out to the ska music. I'm into it. I get it. It made sense that Sammy did not win. I understand that. And that's not why I'm mad about the end. I'm mad about the end because we had a ref bump where the one ref was knocked out for like 8.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had stuff happen. A new ref came out, and all this stuff that should have been a disqualification wasn't a disqualification. And that other ref clearly saw it.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
If you're going to send a new ref out, he's got to reprimand.
Yeah,
it didn't happen. So then that came out, and then that ref got bumped, and then he's out for a couple minutes, and then like nothing happens for a little bit. And in that period of time, I'm like, oh, there's going to be a lot more left. This is great. This ref's going to come back, and and the match is going to happen again. But no, the ref comes back, and the match is like over.
Yep.
It was such a lackluster finish for such a good match. This was one of my favorite Roman Reigns matches because I was emotionally invested. He did a great job. He sold stuff so well. He made Sammy look strong, and Sammy is an average looking dude.
Yeah.
So that to me says all kudos to Roman Reigns for that, because Roman Reigns is a physical specimen of what men crave to look like that are athletes. Yep. That dude is in impeccable shape. Yep. And I can't take that away from him, whether I like his wrestling or not. That dude and his pearly whites. I've never seen teeth so white. We talked about this at my house. I think that I just needed maybe 3 more minutes of wrestling after the ref got up. And I would have said, you know what? That was a phenomenal match. Yep. Phenomenal match. And for me, like, I know DDJ had mentioned that he disagreed with me when I said in the Patreon chat of that was a lackluster finish. The match was awesome.
Yes.
The match was awesome. It's just I needed a little bit more at the end, and it would have made sense to me. I just needed a stronger finish. And I would have been great. I would have been fine. I would have been like, wow, holy cow, that's great. All in all, I loved Elimination. I loved the pay-per-view. And I know there was stuff I complained about, but like, it was a good show. The Lesnar-Lashley match, I made Totino's pizza rolls.
What kind? What flavor?
Just regular cheese. I don't eat meat. Future sponsor of the show, maybe.
I love Totino's.
I just think that we should just start reaching out to companies to sponsor us.
You like tortilla pizza rolls, and you'll love
tortilla
pizza rolls in the Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast.
Listen, Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast in the morning, Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast in the morning, Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast in the evening, Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast at supper time. When the Wrestling N.R.D. broadcasts on a bagel, you can have Wrestling N.R.D. broadcast anytime.
I got an air fryer. If you throw the pizza rolls up in the air fryer, oh boy.
Let us know your favorite Totino roll flavor. Do you like the cheese, the pepperoni, or the supreme? Let us know. I'd like to say this about Roman Reigns. I completely disagree with you, Tom. I think he's phenomenal. I love the way he just carries himself with, like, I hate to use the word swagger, but like he does in a way. And he's just able to like do one of those, like, puts his hand up and like the guy just starts swinging. Like, there was a point where Sammy kissed his wife, and like I'd also like to say this. Sammy's wife was phenomenal in her cheerleading role on the side, because you've seen a lot of other people's partners on the side, and they just like, they don't look that concerned, like, oh no. But she was like, come on, like she was rooting.
She's like, you never cared about him. He loves you.
She was into this perfectly. And there was a point where Sammy kisses his wife, and then Roman like smacks Sammy right after. I'm like, go out there and kiss his wife. That would be such heat. Just go, mwah, and she just slaps him. That would have been perfect. But to go back to your point about the refs, Tom, I think the referees brought this match down for me, because, like you said, like hits the thing, hits the spear, and then Paul goes, "Where's the ref?" And the ref just climbs back in. 1, 2, 3. The ref came back down. Like, he's clearly running down the aisle while all that crap's happening on the outside. Like, he should have been able to see it. So I think those two instances, like you said, if the ref gets back in, counts 1, 2, like, even if he's okay, 1, 2, kick out, and then have them wrestle a little bit, and then Sammy just gets hit with one more spear, and that's it.
And it would have been perfect.
Yes. Or I'll even give you this. You can have the exact match and ending you just had, but that ref is not outside of the ring having to hop back in. He just kind of crawls in and gives a...
And it's
You know, if I
slow
would
count. Like,
Exactly, yeah. He gave like a normal... He
not
just like,
there.
what? So...
if I was a WWE referee, I would be upset with my health treatment in the company. I mean, this guy was unconscious for 8 minutes on the outside. Nobody checked on him. There was no let an NFL referee get knocked unconscious, and I guarantee you he's not going to lay there for 8 minutes before he's going to be carted out. It's going to be a whole.
He'll have filed a
spectacle.
lawsuit already.
the whole arena
and
will stand up and clap
I'm
for him.
concerned with the referee's safety in the WWE. There might be some.
For just 5 cents a day,
They
you
need to
can
get
help poor referee
Mark
John
Sterling on
Coe.
it.
Seriously, we need better treatment for refs.
I'd also like to say shout out to Paul Heyman for a great bump there.
Paul was
great.
yes, or Paul Blart as Danielle calls him, but
That was so good.
yes, it was fantastic.
Before we finish, are we done with chamber talk? I do one other thing I want to mention.
Yeah, sure.
Mercedes Moné, IWGP Women's Champion,
Yes, sir.
came out in gear inspired by Hana Kimura.
How beautiful is that?
That was a
And
good
that match
show.
had everybody there.
So good.
Everybody was there. CM Punk was there. Bailey was there. Giselle Shaw was there. And No Way Jose was
No
even
way,
there.
Jose.
It was incredible.
That's the big draw.
You know,
Carmella,
No
too.
Way
My
Jose
only
booked the
problem-
Tokyo Dome.
is that they started this thing late because of technical difficulty, even though I'm thinking they just didn't want to go against Chamber live.
Makes sense.
But I mean, if it's Miami time, we're going on like 12:30 Miami time, and you got freaking Tom Lawler and Homicide out there fighting with no, just like we got to speed this thing. We got to make some cuts.
Yeah, we gotta get
I was
this.
skating hard over here on the East Coast watching this thing last night.
I know. I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna because I want to watch it on New Japan Worlds, and I think when they do Fight TV pay-per-views, it's on New Japan World a couple days later or something. Because I don't want to pay for another thing.
The Sasso
no,
looked good,
I-
man. She looked like a superstar when she came off.
Monet looked good, man. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where her character goes. I
The
wasn't.
Hulk Hogan of the women's division.
She's. I won't be surprised if she shows up at AEW with the IWGP Women's title.
Be pretty badass.
Also, pretty sure it's Jay White's last match. He's going
He's going WWE.
WWE then.
Cody wins the belt at Mania. Jay White attacks him Monday Night Raw. You heard it
You
here
think that-
first, folks.
You think that WWE fans will know enough to be like, "Oh my God, it's Jay White"? Or you
Well, I
they're
think
like,
that's
"Who the
why
fuck
you
is
keep it
this
on
guy?"
the night. You would keep his debut for the night after Mania when you have that smart crowd there. So, but that is for another episode of the broadcast for when we have those post WrestleMania reactions. Let us know what you thought of Elimination Chamber in the comments below. If you saw me on the cruise, leave a comment below. Make sure you like the video, share with your friends. Of course, hit the subscribe button if you already haven't done so. Folks, we had over 300 people watch the cruise vlog, and yet we only have 200 subscribers. Something's missing. So to pull a Bobby the Brain, point to your head and point to the subscribe button, click it. Of course, if you want to join our Patreon, patreon.com/WNRDB, Facebook.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, Twitter and Instagram, The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. And of course, like I said, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. So on behalf of myself, founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, the Micro Brawler Scholar, Mr. Ryan Crossley, I've been DaveCTheVoice, and of course, don't forget, Shirtless Tom, he says hi. Don't forget
I
to tell your
thought
mother.
Brian Cage was already here there for a second.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. That's how I know the difference between him and Tom. So, yes, tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
Phoenix Sun, Kevin Durant.
Oh, fuck you.